Yo, what's good, peeps? Today we're going to be taking a very quick look at the awesome looking Final Fantasy Pixel Remaster collection that Square Enix has announced, which is scheduled to be released during the spring of 2023. Now, as this is Square Enix we are talking about, you do have a few versions of Final Fantasy Pixel Remaster to consider, and that is basically what we're going to be looking at in this video today. Before we dive into specifics, what is this? Well, this is a collection of Final Fantasy 1 through 6, but these are not just NES and Super Nintendo games slapped onto a new disc or cart. These have been remastered with super sharp and stylish pixels, a newly arranged soundtrack, improved UI, and more to make this collection the ultimate way to experience the original Final Fantasy games. First to the list is the Final Fantasy Pixel Remaster Digital. Now, this is the most basic version of the game you can get, and it is either on the PlayStation or the Nintendo Switch store. You can get all 6 games in a bundle, which in my humble opinion is probably the best way to go here. However, they are also offering the games individually as well if you just want to get specific games. Now, I currently can't find them on the either PlayStation Store or the eStore, as maybe as a specific release date has yet to be revealed. The games currently may not be listed, but I do feel like the price range you are potentially looking at is around the £50 to £60 price range for the full bundle. Next on the list is the Final Fantasy Pixel Remaster Physical. Now, before you get all excited about the fact that there is a physical version of Final Fantasy Pixel Remaster, this is only available through the Square Enix Store, and it is rather limited. It is priced at around the full price of a AAA title, coming in at around £64.99 over here in the UK, and it is the kind of thing where if you want it, you probably need to try and get it as soon as possible. Now, this could be released elsewhere nearer the time, so potentially this will maybe appear on websites such as Game, Amazon down the line, maybe closer to the release of the game. But as of putting this video together, the Square Enix Store is the only place to get the physical version of this game. Also, you cannot buy the individual games physically. It is only the bundle as it stands. Next up, we got the Final Fantasy Pixel Remaster Final Fantasy 35th Anniversary Edition, which is available for the PlayStation 4 and the Nintendo Switch. Now, this is the collector's edition, and this Final Fantasy Pixel Remaster 35th Anniversary Edition does look pretty epic. This thing comes in a fantastic looking box, and it also comes with a vinyl record that features a brand new rearranged soundtrack that, as far as I know, will only be available as part of this set. Now, it comes with an 8-pixel style figures, an art book, and also a special lenticular cover for the game. And in the UK, it is currently listed at around £245, so it is a very, very expensive set. But I guess for a Final Fantasy fan, this is definitely something that I'm assuming they dream of. Now, I don't want to get you guys super excited because as of putting this video together, this thing is currently out of stock, and it did went out of stock extremely fast, but perhaps more will be listed as the release date gets closer. Who knows? And as I mentioned in the previous physical edition, maybe there's a potential that other stores may potentially list it, like the likes of Game over here in the UK, because I do know they do release a few collector's editions. So hopefully, fingers crossed, this may reappear, but I can assume that obviously with its expensive price listing of £245, if you were to go on eBay, this definitely will either double or triple. What about PC? Well, it is worth noting that the Pixel Remaster version of the first 6 Final Fantasy games are currently available only on PC, iOS, and Android. Final Fantasy 1, Final Fantasy 2, Final Fantasy 3 launched on the 28th of July 2021, followed by Final Fantasy 4 on the 8th of September 2021, and Final Fantasy 5 came out on the 10th of November 2021, and Final Fantasy 6 was released this year, the 23rd of February 2022. What is the best version of Final Fantasy Pixel Remaster? Well, in my humble opinion, I do think if you can get this physically, then I do feel like that's definitely the thing that you need to do. This is definitely the kind of thing that some people will wish they did grab 5 or 10 years down the line. For all we know, it could turn out that Square Enix makes a ton of physical copies, but with this being limited right now, do not sleep on this if you are interested in grabbing the physical version. These are classics, and seeing them remastered like this is very, very cool. So even if you have to get the digital version, this is definitely a collection that you may want to have on on your radar. Now, me personally, I've said it quite a few times, I've never really been the biggest Final Fantasy fan, so I don't know if I will be grabbing this at any stage, because I'll say that my sort of introduction to the Final Fantasy franchise came out Final Fantasy VII, and as I didn't own a PlayStation 1 at the time, it was a game that I actually never got around to playing, so I never really had the same passion and love for the Final Fantasy franchise. I probably really did appreciate it when the release of Kingdom Hearts came out on the PlayStation 2, and that's kind of when I started to slowly get involved into the franchise, even through that introduction of Kingdom Hearts. But at the same time, I've never really been the die-hard, hardcore Final Fantasy fan, so this might be something I actually do end up skipping or getting it digitally closer to the time of its release. Anyway, peeps, do let me know your thoughts in the comments below. What edition are you aiming to grab? Were you lucky enough to grab a physical edition of the Final Fantasy Pixel Remaster? Whether it's the collector's edition or just a standard physical edition, do let me know if you were able to grab that within the last couple of days or so, or will you be aiming to go down the digital route when it does become available on either the PlayStation or the eShop store at some stage next year? Do let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you did enjoy this video, definitely do give it a thumbs up. Also, do hit the subscribe button if you haven't subscribed to the channel before. And until next urban gameplay video, we definitely say peace out, peeps.
Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button for more cool urban gameplay videos.